Hello Taurus, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Taurus for the month of June. Now Taurus, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now, I do not offer personal readings and I will not send you a message on any platform, so do not get scammed. Let's go ahead and see what we have here for you, Taurus. Now, I am using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, as well as the Psychic Tarot and the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below. And I would also ask that you hit the like button and subscribe. It really does help with the growth of the channel. But more importantly, hitting the like button does ensure that other people who need to see these messages have an opportunity to see the messages. All right, let's go ahead and take 3 of these Oracle cards and 3 of these, and then we'll get right into it here for you. All right, and get everything set up and in view here. I think that looks just about good enough to me. Taurus, energy on the bottom. You have the Hermit. So the Hermit is an energy of, this is the energy of Virgo. So a fellow earth sign, fellow earth energy here. And really what the Hermit is about is kind of going into a purposeful period of isolation and doing this to create self-mastery, or to learn something, or to gain knowledge, or to become wiser in some ways. Now, does this mean that you have to isolate yourself to a dangerous degree, or isolate yourself so that you can't have fun? No, that's not necessarily what I'm saying. But the Hermit prefers to be alone with their books, right? If I'm just just as an example, right? They may prefer to, if it's not with their books, they may prefer to be alone so that they can meditate, so they can contemplate the universe, contemplate their reality, travel their inner consciousness for answers. And it's sort of that energy. I always like to say that the Hermit is on the path of the sage. They are becoming a sage. They are becoming wiser in this lifetime. And so for some of you here, there may be a true introspection that you are taking towards something in your life at this time. I will be interested to see what that might be around here. So let's go ahead and dive into this a little bit further. So right away in the current situation, you have the 4 of Wands. Are some of you contemplating marriage? Are some of you contemplating whether or not you want to be alone? Or here's what I feel. Here's what I feel. First and foremost, for you, you would either rather be alone or you want a life partner. I'm guessing, okay? Guessing, intuiting, feeling, whatever you want to call it. My feeling is that if you're single and you're looking for a relationship, it's like you're looking for the one. Like you're looking for somebody who can go into this marriage ceremony with you, right? And so I think maybe some of you are like contemplating that. I also think some of you are contemplating your security in the world. And like if you're already in a partnership, or just love is not on the table for you and it's just not something that you're interested in. What I mean by that is the 4 of Wands is about stability, structure, foundations, and achievements. And so perhaps you are also just looking at your stability in the world and, maybe contemplating, whether or not there's this energy of like a new start coming in. The 4 of Wands can be considered a new start as well, because when you go from being partnered to in a marriage, like if you're in a relationship and then that relationship goes from a relationship to a marriage, getting married is a new start, right? And that's like a new chapter, that's a new commitment. And so I feel like whether this is about marriage or something else, you're looking for a new commitment in your life. I feel like for some of you, you may be committing to knowledge, by the way, for sure. In the problem position, you have the Justice card. So the Justice card is the card of Libra. The Justice card is about divine law and order. You can see the scales here on the card, the scales can tip and balance in one direction or the other. The karmic scales can tip and balance in one direction or the other. And, by default, it says that you have the scales are tipping in your direction. You have good karma around you at this time. It is in the problem position. The thing is, the Justice card does say that at the end of the day, all parties get the outcome they deserve. So whether it's in whatever position you find the Justice card in, somebody's getting all parties are getting the right outcome. And so just keep that in mind. Whether you have good karma or bad karma, karma's being rendered, right? It's hard for me to see what this may be. The thing is, the Four of Wands and the Justice card is like a big symbol I look for around marriage, because the Justice card can be considered a legal situation. And of course, getting married, when you get married, it's like a legal contract. And so there's definitely something there right now that I feel like you're contemplating. In the past, you have the Seven of Wands, something around competition. I have to tell you, for the collective in this month of June, Seven of Wands has been one of these repeating messages. And I have 3 of these decks. I use multiple decks in these readings. This Seven of Wands has been coming in all over the place. So yeah, the thing is, the Seven of Wands is not just about competition, but it's about standing your ground and realizing that it is okay to be a successful person. You can see that they're in a defensive stance. The people here, you can't see it on this card, but there are people holding these wands that are coming after them, and they want what they have, right? And the thing is, you can't get to the Seven of Wands without first being a successful person. And again, reaffirming that there's nothing wrong with success. Many people in this lifetime are afraid of success. And, I feel like here, some of you have felt the need to really defend yourself and defend the success that you've built and defend something. There's maybe, And so, this could be work related, by the way. I've been talking a lot about like relationships, marriage. This could be work related. You could have succeeded here in the past, and now there's a jealous or a competitive colleague. I see that come in very often with the Seven of Wands, because Wands is the suit of work and enterprise. But let's dive into this a little bit more here. In the future, you have this Death card. This is Scorpio energy. The Death card's really not a bad card. In fact, it's a positive card. The Death card talks about some sort of change or transformation in one's life. The thing is, at the end of the day, the Death card says that you will be a completely different person after you go through an event, right? I always like to say it's like going from a caterpillar to a butterfly. It's a major transformation in your life. But the Death card also asks you to go a little bit deeper, right? As it is Scorpio energy, Scorpio likes to dive deep and uncover the true meaning, the hidden meaning. And I see some of you here in the future not only making changes, for sure, that is inevitable when you get the Death card in a tarot reading. Again, I don't think they're bad changes, because you have mostly positive cards here. No question about it. In fact, if I'm looking here, there's not really like one of those cards that are not what I would consider to be a challenging reading. So with this Death card showing up, there are changes, and inevitably there are changes coming for you. But it's how you make the most of it. And I think for some of you, you're going to be diving deep into something, especially with that Hermit Virgo energy on the bottom here. This may be around studying. This may be around learning, maybe around building knowledge. And finding your true purpose is coming into my mind as well, even though that's not really shown in the cards, but it's coming into my mind, something around purpose. On your conscious awareness, on your thoughts, or on your mind here, you have this Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles, I love to find this card in a tarot reading. The Nine of Pentacles is about financial independence. It is about your sort of footing in the material realm. You can see that this person here, they have everything they need. They have pentacles that regenerate over time. As you can see, the pentacles here growing on the bush. They have crops that sustain them, that give them life. They have their best friend here, their animal friend. They have nice clothing. They have everything that they need, all of this abundance around them. And so it's about financial independence, but it's also about being able to meet ends, meet ends financially, but also there is a little bit of room for luxury. when you get the Nine of Pentacles, it says that you have the ability to, take yourself out for a meal, whatever the case may be, right? And so for some of you here, why did I go on about that? Well, for some of you here, you may be contemplating, am I there yet? And if I'm not, what do I need to get there? What do I need to do to get myself there? And I definitely think that you could have some major success in this here with this Hermit energy, the Death card, and this Nine of Pentacles on your mind, as well as this energy of foundations and achievements. I think that some of you have gotten there, and you may realize this. You may realize this in the future. You have the Ace of Cups here on the bottom. The Ace of Cups is a new beginning in love or in happiness in your life. There could be something with relationships here. Okay, there could be something with relationships here, but it's a very interesting energy of contemplation of relationships. It's like, it's almost like get this energy of you not necessarily being sure yet, and it may be around the area of commitment. Okay, and I think that that's why, in part, this Death card's coming in the future, where it's like you're going really deep into that subject of commitment. Whether it's committing yourself to a task, a business, an idea, or a person. In the Staff, in the direction that you are headed in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you have the Four of Swords. So we have this really big, so these fours are kind of sticking out here to me. So you have the Four of Wands, you have the Four of Swords, and then you have 13, which 1 plus 3 is 4. So in a way, we can say that this is 444 energy. And the 444, I always like to say, is like, it's stability. It's your guides being with you. And, you may even want to just take a look at that 444 angel number. But this Four of Swords here is about healing. You can even see that they're praying. Some of you are going to be spending time, like the Hermit, in isolation, meditating, praying, looking for answers within. But the Four of Swords is also about healing. It's an interesting message here. In the external influence, you have another 4. Whoa, actually, I just realized this. So that's 4 fours if you include counting the, creating the 4 from the Death card here. So that's definitely 444 plus another one. So yeah, this is a big energy for you. 4s are all about structure, as I've said. But this Four of Pentacles here, this is somebody who is holding on to their pentacle just a little bit too tightly. There is something about money, and I do have to say, since you have this Ace of Pentacles here in the future, this song lyrics coming into my mind. I heard it the other day in the gym. It's scared money, don't make money. Scared money, don't make money. And this person here, this is scared money. Okay, they are holding on so tightly. They have 4 pentacles at their disposal, but they are so afraid of losing even one of them, that they have to touch, every part of their body has to touch their pentacles, right? They're holding on to it so tightly. They're afraid. This is scared money right here. And so for some of you, I get the sense that there's this big energy of contemplation around your resources, around, okay, am I in a better place than I was previously? It's like maybe in the past, some of you have, it's almost like some of you have maybe come out of a period of financial hardship or financial difficulty. And it's almost like some of you are maybe stepping back and realizing all of the work that you've done up to this point to provide for yourself, because we have this Nine of Pentacles on our mind here in that consciousness spot here. And then you have all of these energies of stability, of structure, of your footing in the material realm here with the 4 fours and the change. But, in the outcome, or I'm sorry, in the hopes and fears here, you have this King of Cups. King of Cups is somebody who's hesitant, okay? Hesitant. I feel like maybe some of you may even want to make I'm not telling you to do this. I'm saying in your mind, I feel like there's like an investment idea, or there's a business idea that you really want to deploy one of these pentacles on. Like maybe you have 4 pentacles, right? And you want to put 1 pentacle into a business idea. And it's like the King of Cups here is somebody who's a little bit hesitant. And so I feel like maybe some of you are a little bit hesitant around this because in the outcome, you have this Ace of Pentacles, which is you deploying a pentacle, right? You're taking one of these that this person is holding on to and you're putting it into something. The Ace of Pentacles can be a card of either making a sale or making an investment. It's a new beginning in the material realm. It's signing off on contracts, signing off on documents. But again, this is something here, Taurus, that you are putting so much thought into. And I don't think it's a bad thing. Now, going back to the love story, I think the same applies here. You perhaps want to move forward, you want to move towards somebody, but you're a little bit hesitant and you're contemplating a little bit. And yeah, that's what I'm feeling here. Let's go ahead and take a look at what these 3 oracle cards are. Man, I mean, just the 4s, wow. So that's 3 4s, not including the death card, 5, 2 from here, so that's 5. If you count the death card, that's 6 4s. That almost never happens. That almost never happens in a reading. I would strongly recommend you look up that number. I know I've said it 100 times, but foundations and achievements, I've talked about it. You have this 4 of Wands right away in the middle here. You can see the family kind of excited to start this new venture together. They presumably own this home. This is like a ideal family situation here. You have 3 of Wands as well, partnerships and alliances, but the 3 of Wands is about growth and expansion. And then you have this heart chakra. Heart chakra obviously is in the heart area, and this is about your emotions towards something. For some of you here, there's a little bit of a suppressed emotion towards somebody, and I also think that there's some type of heart alignment here happening, whether this is between you and another person, or this is between you and a business idea, or you and an investment. You are putting your heart into something here in the future. This is exciting reading. What else do we have? We have another 4. If you combine 1 plus 3, another 4. So you have the 9 change, wealthy man, and unexpected income. So incredible here. So the change card, bags packed, cars ready to go, moving out of the apartment and into a new house or a new place, in this oracle deck. And then you have this wealthy man. This person's at the end of a successful trading day. Remember, I don't attach gender to my cards if you've never watched my reading before. So this is just about you being a solid investor or potentially making a solid investment. And then you have this unexpected income. You deploying cash here, I think, not everybody, but I think some of you, if you're not deploying cash, you're saving onto cash to be able to later on down the road, maybe buy a house or buy an investment or something. So thank you so much for being here. What an incredible reading. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Have an amazing month of June, and I will see you in the next reading.